to 119 pounds, and let's just say these two gentlemen have met before. Brian Conley, a senior out of Delaware Valley, 31-5. Ed Moore of Phillipsburg, a senior, 30-2. Conley was second in District 16 and Region 4. Moore was first in District 16 and Region 4. Conley, by the way, fourth in the states last year. These two know each other quite well.
And they may respect each other as wrestlers, but I think we're going to see a couple cross faces, a couple elbows, a little more physical match than we've seen in the first two championships. Two quality wrestlers here, and yet at the same time a physicalness that we haven't seen from the first four.
Conley in the blue jersey and Moore in the Phillipsburg maroon with the white stripe. Was Delaware Valley the Group 2 state champions this year? It was an outstanding year for them. And earlier today, the #1 team award went to the Streaks of Warren Hills. Congratulations to them.
And in mentioning that, we must say Doug Dietrich, with a fall at 103 from Warren Hills, did take his third place championship down at the States. And at 112, it was Robert Carradine of Pemberton with a 9-5 victory, taking third place at 112. Duke Joseph with an overtime victory, taking third here at 119, but it is Conley and Moore meeting in the final.
Joseph out of Paulsboro. By the way, the coach of the year this year. Congratulations to Delran's Dennis Smith. And as for this one, there are 45 seconds to go in this first period. Scoreless between Conley of Delaware Valley and Moore of Phillipsburg.
Each not willing to make the mistake that might cost them the victory. It's Moore that moves nicely, gets Conley's right leg. Has to run it a little bit one way or the other. Can't just hold it. Conley will have the advantage. It's Moore that has to bring him down to the mat. Tries pressure on the knee and it doesn't work. Catches it nicely though and picks up the first two of this bout.
Moore of Phillipsburg takes a 2-0 lead. 15 seconds to go in the first period.
And two emotional and two knowledgeable crowds from Del Valle and from Peaburg in the stands, appreciating the movements of both young men out in the mats in front of us.
At the end of one period, Ed Moore of Phillipsburg leads Brian Conley of Delaware Valley 2-0. Conley, by the way, looking for the 100th win of his career at this moment. Ed Moore with a career mark of 66-7-2.
The 100th victory at any time would be memorable, but imagine coming home, Mitch, with it as a state championship victory. Going to be very tough to do against Mr. Moore. On the stand, Moore picks him off the mat, brings him down with control. There's the first little crossface. We see a little back, and I love it. And both wrestlers expect it from one another.
And there's blood coming from the nose of Brian Conley.
Conley, good hand control, stands for his one.
2-1. Moore leads Conley. 1:25 to go in the second.
Moore locks on that same leg again. Conley has the whizzer in, fighting it with the whizzer. Moore moving between the legs nicely. If he can get between those legs, that arm eventually will come out and he'll have his two. Conley hoping to get a stalemate call. Gets it. Coach Jurley saying, get that leg up in the air when you get it. Don't stay down with it. Double, nice block by Conley. Conley making half shots on his takedowns. Front headlock. Takes the chin.
.30 seconds to go in this second period. Moore still leads Conley 2-1.
Conley just reaching, not going full on his shots. Moore would like one more takedown here if he can get it to make it that 4-1 score going into the last period.
And the whistle for the readjustment of a headpiece. 17 seconds to go in the second period. Still 2-1. Moore of Phillipsburg over Conley of Delaware Valley.
Moore backing a little now. Tries a shove, gets behind, arm is up to block it. Conley holds it with that arm.
We're at the end of 2 periods, and we're still 2-1.
Coach Jurley, Peberg would like to have had that 2-point takedown. 4-1, quite different than 2-1. But again, Moore where he'd like him, down with a chance to come out and score. Conley having to hold him down, turn him, or let him up and take him down. Conley, tight waist, switches looking for cradle. But it's Moore that turns in, takes a leg, tries to crowd, step across. Conley locking through the rear, has the arm locked, looking for a tilt if he can work it. Little elbow on that neck, good control by Conley. Stalemate, new start in the center.
1:21 to go in the 3rd.
Moore stands, sits. Conley tries to snap back, follows nicely. Moore takes that head. Going to be hard to follow him here if he can come out in front.
Conley maintains control down to 105 in the 3rd. It's still Conley with the control, but Moore with the 2-1 lead.
Conley, a nice job on the ankle, keeping control, has the forearm, has what he'd like, would like to pick and turk. Moore fights it off. Moore for the 2nd time this period, crowding into Conley and turns. Conley lost control. Moore has the reversal.
And Moore with a 4-1 lead, 35 seconds to go in the 3rd.
And if the results finish the way they have all year long, he'd like to be able to keep that lead.
Seems like Ed Moore has had more problems with his headgear than he has had with Brian Conley this afternoon.
And if he had his druthers, he'd want it just that way, Mitch. Conley sits in front, needs to think about a roll, has to do something more than a 2-point move. But it's Moore tying up the hand through the crotch, good control, keeping all the weight on him. He's going to ride him out as far as that championship's concerned, unless he wants to give him one and stay away. Good action by Conley at the end, not content to stay down, fights to the feet.
6 seconds to go in this one. And Ed Moore is 6 seconds away from the championship. There's the escape. Too little, too late. And the state championship at 119 pounds. Phillipsburg's Ed Moore by a final score of 4-2.